There is crust in my eye. There is no one in the place, but no one said goodbye. This is how I start another day in my kingdom.
Now then, you alright?
There is hate in my heart.
Hate in my heart.
This is how my day starts.
I'm going to turn him off. That's Bonnie Prince Billy, and I'll come on to him later. But yeah, welcome to this video. It's a while since I've done one. Actually, I went away for a little bit, and then I got back to find that fucking narcissistic idiot and the vile, genocidal, maniacal Netanyahu. The narcissistic idiot being Trump, obviously, and Netanyahu trying to do a take two in terms of, you know, I can't even. I get stressed up and I find it very difficult to enjoy music actually when I'm worked up about things, and I just can't comprehend, or well, I can comprehend. What I can't do is I'm just so frustrated at our powerlessness at as we watch all of this unfold. Having gone through last year and watching the genocide in Gaza and in the West Bank, to witness this, and for not only us as ourselves but our countries, our governments to just sit aside and do nothing is well, frustrating is an understatement, obviously, but I mean, I think we ought to be doing things. I think, you know, I mean, what can you do when a country's leaders are going mad like this? You know, why don't we pull out of the World Cup? I mean, this World Cup is going to be in North America. It's going to, and the bit of it that's in the USA, you know, it's going to be like Hitler just before the Second World War with the Olympics. It's sick, the thought of it. I won't be able to bear watching it. But you know, the Russians only put a couple of feet into Ukraine and they were out of the Olympics and sanctions and all sorts of things, and there's no talk of anything at all like that. So it's been really a chewy, yeah, I'm chewed up about it, but and I guess a lot of the people watching this are as well. But anyway, I've got to crack on. So here's the video. I'm going to rush on now. I was watching Vinyl Richie. I love Vinyl Richie's videos actually, and he did one called the something about not the Completist record collection or something, but he was picking up on a thread by somebody else whose name I've now forgotten, and basically the drift of this is, if you could only have one album by each artist, I've got loads of artists behind here and upstairs and all the rest of it, if you could only have one album, one record by each of them, what would it be? And although I've done lots of what I rank in records, it's not necessarily which one you think is the best, is the one you would keep if you could only keep one. And I'll explain what I mean by that later. But so Vinyl Richie did a thread on this, and he set some rules which I think were very sensible, and I think, I mean, normally you'll know me, I'm quite a contrary bastard, and if there's rules I'll try to break them or bend them or whatever, but if Vinyl Richie sets them, rules are rule. So and his rule was, we'll only consider artists from whom you've got at least 6 albums. So I've done a list of artists, there's pages of them here, lots of pages of them, artists that I've got at least 6 albums, and it works out I've actually got 102 different artists of whom I've got at least 6 albums. Now I might have missed a few as well, I will have done, knowing me, I'll have missed a few. So I'm going to go through them and I'm going to see how many I can get through. I'm not going to go through 102, don't worry. If I get 10 today, I'll be delighted. So I'm going to do them in alphabetical order, and I might intersperse them with some of the other videos. But anyway, that's what I'm going to try and do. If I could only keep one album by these artists, which one would it be, and briefly why? What was I going to say there? Yeah, there are some of them where I wouldn't actually be bothered about keeping one. A few, I'm thinking, how did I manage to accumulate more than 6 records from artists like U2? Would I be bothered if I never listened to U2 anymore? Probably not. Todd Rundgren? Yeah, probably not. And maybe there's another one. Maybe there's another one there as well that I wouldn't be that bothered about. But anyway, here we go. We're going to crack on. So, in alphabetical order of artists that I've got at least 6 albums. The first one, the band, and the album that I would take, it's a bit of a cheat really, but it's The Last Waltz. It's a triple album, of course. It's a recording of their last ever concert. It was released in 1976. Just a brilliant concert, brilliant film. Scorsese directed a film round it. There's lots of guests on it, but they do brilliant versions of their greatest hits basically. It comes with a lovely booklet and photos and all the rest of it. So it's a no-brainer for me with a band. I'll keep this one, The Last Waltz. Second one, The Beach Boys. Well, I know I said I'm normally contrary and expect me to come up with something, you know, off the wall a bit, but in terms of the Beach Boys, I've got, I don't know, I've got 7, 8, 9 of their albums, and I've got a soft spot for some of the early 70s stuff, Holland and things like that, and Surf's Up and things. I quite like them, and I play them quite a bit, but there is only one album from the Beach Boys that is of this quality and this consistency all the way through it. Pet Sounds. It is the only one. It's a masterpiece. So that's the one. The Beatles, the White Album, comes with all the lovely posters and everything, and of course it's a double album. Is it their best album? Probably not. But it's the album I play most. It's the album I'm most interested in. It's the album I get most from listening to and enjoy listening to more than any other. So, the White Album. Beck's not an artist that seems to feature much on the vinyl community, and I've got a few of Beck's in vinyl, some of his latest stuff. I mean, I think his first 2 or 3, 4 albums, really, really diverse, really interesting. And the one I would take, actually, is Down at My Caravan. The one I'm holding up is his first album, Mellow Gold, which is when I first got into Beck, and I heard the single off this album. I haven't got my glasses, I can't even read the thing, but you'll know the one I'm on about. But Loser, yeah, I'm a loser, babe, yeah. Why Don't You Kill Me, yeah. But it's the follow-up. It's the one after this. It's Odelay, which I think is Beck's strongest work. It's Down on Me Caravan. It's on CD, but I'd take that one, Odelay, Beck. The next one, the Bee Gees. Love all their early stuff. Even love some of their disco stuff, but the one I take is Odessa in this lovely velvety covered box, double album. Yeah, lovely. Bee Gees, Odessa. Bonnie Prince Billy, Will Oldham, his real name. If anybody isn't familiar with Bonnie Prince Billy, what a songwriter, what a singer, what a performer. That was in his introduction from track 3 from Ease Down the Road, and I was really struggling. I mean, I've got his latest Purple Bird on vinyl, and it's really, really good. And I've got him. He must have released 30, 40 albums under Bonnie Prince Billy, Will Oldham, Palace Music, 1 or 2 other collaborations, and I was tempted to take his double album take on Merle Haggard songs, which is absolutely fantastic. But in the end, it came down to these 3. I know I can't take 3, but this is I See a Darkness, this is Master and Everyone, and this is Ease Down the Road. And the one I've picked, I've lost the actual cover for, and it's I See a Darkness. Brilliant, really dark stuff. Today I Was an Evil One, Another Day Full of Dread, I See a Darkness. Brilliant stuff. Seen him once live, superb. Bonnie Prince Billy. Next, David Bowie. I just think this album, his last album, Black Star, absolutely just a fantastic work of art. It's haunting. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up just holding this, never mind listening to it. It is just so hauntingly haunting. And the packaging is absolutely beautiful. The booklet that comes with it, the photography, the artwork, everything. He's absolutely thrown all of his talent into this last album. Absolutely superb, and a fitting sort of a fitting album to round off an unbelievable portfolio of work. The next one, Jackson Browne. I'm going for his first album. This is probably the one I played most. It's Saturate Before Using, or it's just called Jackson Browne. It's Jamaica Say You Will, Doctor My Eyes. It was his first album. I think he was 23-year-old when it came out, and it's just an absolutely brilliant debut album. Yeah, Jackson Browne. The next one, The Byrds. Now the Byrds, Byrds is one of those bands I think, bloody hell, how did I collect 6 Byrds albums? Because they're not a band I've ever really, I don't listen to them much, and I was looking at the albums the other day and I thought, so I played a few of them, and I'd forgotten how good this album is, The Notorious. That's one of the good things about doing these videos. You play your albums that maybe you don't usually play, and I had forgotten what a brilliant album this is. The Notorious Byrd Brothers. It's just really atmospheric, mellow. Draft Morning, Changes Now, Tribal Gathering, Dolphin Smile. Oh, superb stuff. Notorious Byrd Brothers. That's the one I'd keep of theirs. J.J. Cale, love J.J. Cale. Some people might say that if you've got one J.J. Cale, why would you have more than one? Because all his albums sound the same, and there's something in that. This one's slightly different. This is Troubadour. It was 3rd or 4th album. And this one's got a slightly higher level of production. I mean, J.J. Cale's generally pretty sort of lo-fi, pretty straightforward lo-fi stuff. This one's got a little bit more in terms of instruments. But brilliant songs, including Cocaine, the one that sort of Eric clapped out, I was going to say stole, but I think he did acknowledge him in it, but people do associate it with Clapton rather than J.J. Cale. But superb album, Troubadour. Next, John Cale, No Relation. And in terms of John Cale, I'm going to go with this superb package, which is Fragments of a Rainy Season, which he released in '92, I think, and it's a triple album, and basically it's John Cale doing his greatest hits, unaccompanied, mainly on piano, a couple of them on acoustic guitar. Absolutely beautiful, and I think the songs that previously were released on albums with the full band and cellos and guitars and bass and all sorts of real full package of instrumentation, they really shine when they're done unaccompanied, and the quality of the songs shine through. And we'll go out with a John Cale song, I think. Bill Callahan, I love Bill Callahan. He's touring this year as well. If you look out for him, he's coming to the Northeast in September, so I will try to be there. But the one I'm going to pick is Sometimes I Wish We Were an Eagle, which is, yeah, it's just my favourite record. Jim Cain, I'd Mark Lackshaw, Too Many Birds, perhaps my favourite Bill Callahan song of all. Superb stuff. And then lastly, so I've done, what have I done, a dozen albums, that's alright. Lastly, Captain Beefheart. Which one would I take? I think it's not my favourite Beefheart album. It's possibly one of the most difficult albums in this whole collection to listen to. But every time I do listen to it, I enjoy, in inverted commas, getting something from it, and something different from it usually, and that's of course Trout Mask Replica, which everyone's familiar with, everybody's heard, most people only once, granted, but definitely the one I would, if I could only have one of the Captain's works, I would take that one. So thanks for watching. I'm going to have to turn that thing over to put me Going Out John Cale song, so stay there, hang on 1 second.
Don't have sound, but you're so great, you don't have to
Oh, dear me, I've knackered this. Sorry about that, everybody. This is John Cale on the piano. This is Fear.
Standing waiting for a man to show, wide-eyed, one eye fixed on the door. This waiting's killing me, it's wearing me down. Day in, day out, my feet are burning, holes in the ground. Darkness warmer than a bedroom floor. Want someone to hold me close forevermore. I'm a sleeping god.